Hello friends, this is Monish, and I just want to start by saying a big thank you for liking my videos, for sharing my videos, and subscribing to my channel. In case you're new to my channel, by all means please subscribe as I continue to share great content regularly. So on with the book then. The 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss. Before I say anything else, let me just say that this book is a reckoning. It's amazing. It is both a dire warning and also a promise to freedom. Timothy Ferriss is asking us to mend our ways, to overhaul our lives. Otherwise, we will continue to live in misery and working towards our own doom. So, like always, there were a few. In fact, this book is replete with great ideas, but I'm going to talk about the ones that really stood out, and I feel share the essential theme of the book and will be most helpful for you to decide whether you would want to read this book or not. So, the number one thing that really stood out for me was the emphasis that the author lays on time. For Tim Ferriss, time is currency. He goes on to share many anecdotes of people who are seemingly very rich, but because they do not have time are so poor. They do not get to enjoy their wealth. They do not have time to spend with their families, to pursue their passions, and in a sense are living a mechanical life, working towards their doom. And it's not only these rich people, but so many of us who are working day in and day out, not knowing where we want to go and how to achieve our goals and become successful. And Tim is redefining success. What he's saying is that people who have ample time, people who have time to pursue their dreams, to follow their passions, to live according to their own ideals and not for work for someone else or work for work's sake, are the ones who are rich, who are wealthy, and who are living successful lives. And in sharing these many anecdotes and practical examples of what is really going on, he kind of forces us to agree with him and realize that time is money, and our starting goal and the most important thing that we should be able to achieve is free up some time so that we can pursue the many other beautiful things in life. So yeah, time is currency. The second thing that really stood out, and this sets this book apart from any other book that I've read, especially in the self-help book genre. So this book is extremely practical. So much so that this entire book can be read as a case study, one case study after another, one case study after another. So what it does is that it does not bore you with esoteric, abstract ideas, with a seeming perception of knowledge and wisdom. It's downright practical. He's giving you examples from everyday life and, in fact, sharing resources that you and I can use to improve our lives. Uh, when, for example, he talks about negotiating a work from home situation with your boss and your company. He just does not talk about it as only an idea, but he gives you a script, you know, an entire script, which seems perfect on how to go about it, on how to initiate the conversation, what to say when someone asks you this question, what to say when the boss is apprehensive, how to go about working from home and remotely, what resources to use, for instance, in channeling all your work emails to a particular account, setting up those out of office messages so that most of the unnecessary emails and communication is deleted and eliminated. So yeah, I mean, it was quite refreshing that I wasn't just reading abstract ideas, but I was getting to know things that I could implement immediately. And to be honest, a couple of them I did. Lastly, and this is where my apprehension lies. The third and the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this for this book is, I feel that this book is way ahead of its time. And honestly, that's a great thing. Uh, but I'm not sure if all of us can benefit uh, the way the author intended us to benefit from it. Uh, to be honest, uh, this book goes on talking about automating your life, automating processes, outsourcing what you do not want to work upon, which is not really essential to you, which does not fall in line with your goals, uh, and achieving ample time for yourself so that you can breathe, relax, pursue your dreams and other passions. But I'm not sure how many of us are in that place. I'm not sure how many people are even thinking about their goals, how many people are even aware of what they want to achieve in life. And like Tim says, people are living from one work day to another, not moving towards their goals, but working for work's sake and forgetting the bigger picture. And also, there are a few cultural differences. For instance, a big idea in the book is that when you're working in US and you're able to negotiate uh, work from home or a remote work situation, then he asks us to move to Colombia or Mexico and save on the cost of living. But for someone like me who's living in India, where should I go? And well, practicalities aside, I think the bottom line is that this book and the ideas and the author are asking us to, and in fact, if we want to benefit from the ideas of this book, we will need to become courageous. In fact, we will need to be virtuous and become better people, better professionals. The idea is not that you get away from work and you start enjoying and living a vagabond life. The idea is to become a better person so that your productivity shoots up, so that you achieve more and you live more and make your dreams come true. Well, that is essentially the message of the book, and I think it's a very powerful message, and also that the author is willing to, and in fact is sharing so many practical ways, helping us to achieve this wealth of time. I think even though it might not be a perfect fit for everyone, there will be ideas galore that you and I can implement in our daily lives and achieve those improvements that will help us become better professionals and better human beings. Having said that, that was my book review for The 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss. Hope you liked the video. As always, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel.